I'm Scott Myers, Director of Marketing at Marathon Brake. I also have an extensive background in R&D of friction materials.
And I'm Kirk Carlson, the Director of Sales for Canada for Marathon Brake.
What we'd like to talk to you about today is new versus remanufactured shoes. So Kurt, I'll start you out with a quick question. Are remanufactured shoes truly remanufactured?
Well, that's a great question, Scott, and in my opinion, no, they're not. You know, any processes you hear in remanufactured, parts are taken back and they are remanufactured, reworked to put them back into OEM specifications. And really, when you look at a quote-unquote reman shoe, it's really just a truly relined shoe.
What about the coining process?
Well, again, a great question, Scott, because that's been a buzzword in the industry for 20 years, that, you know, coining a shoe brings it back to OEM specifications, when really the coining process just takes the rejected shoes and makes them an acceptable core. When you look at the relining or the coining process, they only reshape the shoe from the web out. So in between the webs, it is not reformed, and I've seen just recently some dish shoes out there that have caused issues with the friction.
I'd like for you to quickly cover the hidden costs that can be associated with the purchase of remanufactured
Really?
shoes.
There's hidden costs with
There may be a few.
remanufactured shoes?
I know accountants love them.
Yeah, that's true. You know, it's when you look at the cost of a reman shoe against a new, yeah, it is the cheaper option, but there's a lot of factors that go in that a lot of people don't take into account. For instance, number one, the reject rate. You know, is that core going to get rejected? And the cost of that core typically outweighs the cost of a new piece of steel. The other hidden costs that are in there is handling of the cores. You know, is there somebody at your fleet that has to stack those cores and get them ready for pickup? That can be downloaded onto the distributor, but then there's somebody in the office that has to reconcile the credits with the core charges. So there are a lot of hidden costs in there that aren't taken into account when you look at the cost of that reman shoe.
So when you look at the full picture here, what do you believe is the best value for your dollar, a remanufactured shoe or a new shoe?
You know, there's one thing that we haven't talked about is the performance, because a new shoe is a new shoe, and it is back to OEM specifications, that there is no wear in that shoe whatsoever. There's people out there that state you get about 30%, up to 30% better performance with just a new shoe, everything else being the same. So when you couple that and you look at the hidden cost of your fleet, by far new shoes are better value for your money.
Thank you very much, Kurt.